All right, might as well get underway, I think. Kia ora and Kia ora and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Happy Friday. Here we are again, Friday the 30th of June. Wow, just in time, eh? Item number 1, karakia. Councillor Deputy Mayor Councillor Taylor has offered to do the karakia this morning, this afternoon, so it'd be very nice of you. Thank you.
Tuia ki te Māori o te whenua, tuia ki te mana o te tangata, tuia ki te pono, te aroha, kia piki, kia eke, ki te taumata, huie, tae.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor. Item number 2, apologies. Kim? Apologies.
Apologies to Councillor Rankin.
Campbell, Councillor Duncan Campbell, Sandra Greenslade and Councillor Christine Rankin. Can I move for those apologies, please? Cool. Councillor Westman, seconded by Councillor Williamson. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Now, just to let us know, us are joining by Zoom or Teams this afternoon. Welcome, guys. Councillor Fletcher, Leonard, and Councillor Lachlan and Councillor Kirsty Truman. Very good. Hello. And we have Sarah, our main chief accountant, on Zoom Teams as well. So welcome, guys. So just put your hand up if you want to say anything. Much appreciated. Right, number 3, any conflicts of interest pertaining to the items today? Right. Okay, no confirmation of minutes. So 5.1, adoption of the annual plan 2023-24. Welcome, ladies. Nice to see you. And welcome to all members of staff and members of the press. The press? Oh, no, it's not the press. No. No problem. Well, wherever you are. Is this being live streamed? Being recorded. Okay. Thank you very much. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. So good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for making the time to come on a Friday for this special meeting. Firstly, just before we jump into everything, I really wanted to say thank you for all of your support and time. I won't cry. Not again. Throughout this annual plan journey or adventure, shall we call it? Yeah, as staff, we really appreciate how fast you turn things around when we needed it to, showing up to engagement. I know the community was really, really happy to see all of you out there. So from myself and all of the team, we just really wanted to say thank you. Yeah. You want to add in? You good? Nick was going to talk.
Appreciation. Thank you. It's been great working together in various locations that we've attended and all that sort of thing. So cool. Thank you.
So just jumping into the item, I will take it as read. I had an email or just to work through some changes in the actual annual plan document. And after that, I do just have some topographical area typos that we just need to fix up with the fees and charges. So I'll get it to them after the changes to the actual annual plan document. Again.
Any questions so far, councillors? No? Cool.
So the first change to the annual plan document itself was on the contents. The version that was put out had from the mayor and councillors. The message is actually a message from the mayor and chief executive, so we've just noted that change. Sorry. Where we have talked about an initial investment into the East Urban Lands. The resolution talks about it being stage 1, so we just wanted to reflect that change as well. Instead of it calling it still allowing the initial, but making sure that we refer to it at stage 1 of the investment, as discussed at the, sorry, in here, where are we? Sorry. Disappeared. This bit in here, where it talks about an initial investment to undertake earthworks, civil works. We just thought the resolution talked about being stage 1, so we just wanted to make sure that we captured that as well. There was another little typo in here around the solid waste management contract. The version on the website talks about it being 500. As per the report, it's 397, so we just tidied that little bit up there too. And the last bit for conversation is regarding the Turangi Recreational Event Centre. At the moment, we talk about in the consultation document, this was one of the projects that we talked about that was going to slow down, that we couldn't get to the construction that had been indicated. And so we said, after hearings and the deliberations process, it was still considered that we wouldn't get to construction this year, but we would still work with the community to try and understand how we can meet their changing needs, and that this work would continue. This is the text we have there at the moment, and one of the questions was is could we look to change this? So I'm open to suggestions about how you might want to alter that messaging to the community, and happy to write any changes. To it.
Sandra's not online. Karen? Karen, do you see those words there?
Yeah, I can, Your Worship. And no, I like it. It's obviously open and with the expectation that there'll be more consultation, I guess, with mana, with regards to the mana whakahono and how to progress the recreation, that event centre further. But yeah, and fully understand. It's great to see that that it's just outlined that the construction stage, unfortunately, for this year won't go ahead as planned. But again, continuing to work under the mana whakahono to get that event centre up and running as soon as possible, and still within obviously the long-term plan, I think is important.
Thanks, Karen. Any other comments? Any?
Your Worship, you know, I made that suggestion a little while ago following the annual plan submissions, just to signal that what's needed in terms of getting it to a place where we can start, and suggested signalling to our mana whakahono rohe committee ropu that this was going to be part of the plan. But yeah, goodbye.
Okay. Councillor Westerman.
My thoughts on it, I was just concerned about the wording, work to understand how best to meet Turangi's changing needs will continue. So it was good to see that it was still on the table, but I wondered whether it was Turangi's changing needs, or I just wasn't sure of the wording on it. And
the word changing.
Yeah. Changing needs will continue. Because I really just wanted to say, you know, had we overscoped it? Did we just need to review what the actual need was within the community? I think it certainly at least tables that it's still on the table.
Exactly what I was thinking of, the word changing needs. Could we just take that Turangi's needs will continue to meet Turangi's needs? It's changing a little bit. Is Turangi changing? Is it?
John, and I just align with Councillor Liston's comments. You know, some we're getting a data consultation previously. So yeah. Sorry.
Councillor Park. Thanks.
I also think that we have to be, with the mana whakahono, it's just got up and running and it needs to go through that new governance setup in Turangi. And so, yeah, I don't mind it being changed, but that's certainly how I saw it, that the changes that it's governed in a different way.
Very good. Councillors out there and teams, are you happy with taking the word changing out?
Yes, happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Okay. Moving on, Kendall.
Moving on. So the second lot of changes, as I said, relate to the fees and charges schedule. The first two, we consulted on these changes here where it talks about a $5 minimum charge for green waste for the Broadlands Road landfill, and also the district transfer with green waste. Again, it talks about $5 minimum charge. We consulted on a $6 minimum charge. What happened is when I was putting together the full fees and charges schedule for the hearings, I did miss those two little things, so I just want to correct them now. The other change is a little bit more historic. So recently was advised that for the Turangi turtle pools and the family 12-month membership for the 24 year, sorry, forgetting my years already. It notes it here as 135. When you look at the 325, 325, 325, and then it drops to 135, it is a bit nonsensical that it drops there. And having looked at the documentation that was used to develop the long-term plan fees and charges when these were originally adopted in 2021, it did talk about the 325 progressing, and then there would be some CPI changes. As you can see, for the family, for the 3 month and the 6 month, both of those increased by either $10 or $5 from the 22-23 year to the 23-24 year. So the change from, changing from 325 to 335 does make sense. So we just wanted to bring that to your attention and seek that we are able to make that change to the schedule. It wasn't consulted on, so I just stress that it wasn't, but just looking at what's there, looking at the background information, it is a typo, I would say. So just wanted to bring that to your attention and change that.
Okay, here's straightforward. Cool.
Okay. Well, that's me.
Check. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Kendall.
Oh no, sorry. There will be just some changes to the resolutions that can
So
just to reflect those conversations. Yes.
Is amended. Sorry. Councillor Taylor.
Thanks, for Kendall, and through the chair, I get that. My question is, are we compromised having consulted on one figure and now substituting for another? And I get the reason, and I see clearly it is a typo, and that's pretty obvious. But we've gone out asking feedback on one thing, and then we've changed to another. Where do we stand with the Local Government Act or with these other things? What's our position on that?
So you don't. So there's some fees and charges you legally have to respond on. They are not being, and then to make this change, you can consider your significance of engagement policy. My view is this is unlikely to meet the threshold for engagement. You could make this change without consultation, acknowledging that it is changed, but there's no legal limit.
Thank you. That was really what I was after. So what I don't want is for us to make a decision and then someone dots I's and crosses T's and challenges us, and we're out of bounds with what we've done.
Thank you, CEO. All right, as amended there, 1, 2, 3, and 4. GG. Is that referring to the old CEO? No? No. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Can I have a mover, please? Or... Cool. Thank you, Councillor Shepherd. Seconded by Councillor Taylor. All those in favour, please say aye. It's against. Carried. Everything okay out there? And
Sorry, just for the chief, can I just recognise as you had the time and effort it has taken staff and all the other stuff that you have to do with central Wellington pulling you in 50 different directions as well. So just want to echo the Mayor's words and thank you.
okay, 5.2, the rates resolution 2023-24. Right, Tony, what have you done to us? Welcome, and Jeanette, nice to have you here.
So this document sets the rates and penalties for the coming year. All of the figures in here are already in the funding impact statement, which we've just resolved to accept. So this is just sort of a replication, but it is the document that sets the rates and penalty charges for the current or next rating year from 1 July.
Thank you.
Just need to resolve.
Okay, questions, councillors? No? So what will the headline figure be? Got a headline figure?
The figure that's in the annual plan is 1.3% average.
Any questions or queries, councillors? Rachel, you're looking for pen?
Yeah, sorry, just to share. Didn't we consult on 8.6 average? Yeah. How is it increased?
Sorry, it's 9.1. And yes, we did. But with the increase of with the landfill contract and with the extra money that you approved, that has pushed it up a bit higher. That's outlined in the previous paper.
Very good. Silence is golden, eh? Out there on my Zoom well, any queries or questions?
I'm all good, thank you.
Okay. The resolutions are there. There's no change to the recommendations. No?
I'm happy to move, Chair.
You, Councillor Lachlan. Have a seconder, please. Thank you, Councillor Westerman. Moved and seconded. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those against? Carried.
Aye.
Thank you, Rick. And Jeanette, and likewise all your hard work. Very good. So the meeting is closed. I know it's not a figure that we enjoy, and it's the largest rate rise we've had for quite some time. But you know, we know all the external pressures that have brought this to bear. So we've done pretty well. Yeah, retaining it to that. So thank you. Thank you, Councillor Taylor, if you don't mind doing that. Yeah.
Tuna hea te rito o tēnei hui, ke wātia I runga, ke wātia I raro, raro ki te tika, raro ki te pai, kuie, tāne ki e.
Hi,
Thank you very much.
Ka kite.